Welcome back, everybody. This is the Intuitive Minute Celeb Edition. I'm excited to do another Celeb Edition. This is based on you guys. It's not even my thing to be coming up with the ideas because I really wanted to put it in you guys' hands, and I'm really thankful. So if there's anyone that you want me to read or look into, leave it in the comment section below and I will add it to the list. Now, I won't do bad behavior like, peds, you get me? I wouldn't, don't any of that, like highlighting anyone in that nature. So really think about who you want me to look into, and if it's a great fit, I'll add it to my growing list. So I really thank you. This one's coming from a subscriber, Marissa, if I can remember that's your name, Marissa. Thank you so much for this suggestion. And today we're doing Kobe Bryant. She wanted me to look in. I thought I did Kobe Bryant, but I don't think I did. I had major conversations with others regarding it, and we had looked in with insight and everything, but I am going to look into it today and see, since the dust has really settled, what really happened, what went on, what happened prior to the flight, what happened after the flight, once he was on the other side, and what's going on now, right? So I will looking at based off of what Spirit will let me see, let me know, and we take it from there. So I am Najaam for Lee. Welcome to the Intuitive Minute Celeb Edition. I'm super excited to do this with you guys. And so before we get started, really quick announcements. Make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. Click the link above and below. Subscribe right now. Make sure you give a thumbs up, please. I will really appreciate that. Do that right now. Give it a thumbs up and share this video. Share so that other people can watch it. It can really up in the algorithm. That'll be great. And comment. Give me your insight. What do you think happened leading up to the flight of Kobe Bryant and his daughter? And so we can look into that, and especially all the other passengers that passed at the same time in that flight. I just heard a lot of screaming just a while ago, so yeah, well, I'm getting stuff starting to come in. A lot of screaming. Kobe was really calm, very protective of his daughter. Was trying to he basically was soothing his daughter and saying, like, they knew it was the end, but he was very strong even to the end. So things are coming in, so we'll get into it. So before we get started, make sure you get onto my email list, click the link below, subscribe. And I have this beautiful book. I'm going to put it right here. You should see it. The Kali book, Kill Anxiety, Live Immensely, especially for those that deal with anxiety, stress, pain, overwhelm, depression. Check out my book. It has really great strategies and tips that I offer, and it's free today. So you get it free. I already paid for it for you guys. All you have to do is cover shipping and handling. That's it. It's only $9.95. That is it. $9.95, and it will be sent out to you. It's a beautiful soft cover. It's a beautiful book, beautiful presentation, and I'm super excited about it too because it works. It helps me and it helps so many other people. So check out the book right now. What else? Also, it comes with a program called KaliWarriorProgram.com. Go check it out. So when you get the book, hey, sign up for the program. You get into the program, and this program is amazing of becoming a Kali warrior in your life. All right. And having that peace of mind, but taking back your power, taking back control of your life. And that's what we're all about. That's what we love. Okay, guys. What else? I think that's about it at the moment. Anymore, I will pause and we'll get into it and everything of that nature into the spiel of doing this. But give this a thumbs up right now for me. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're present. And if you're ready for this reading, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. So I already started some shuffling. I called in his ancestors and stuff. I already did the clearing and called his energy in. And so as you saw, you're starting to see things. So I want to give his stats, especially for people who don't know who Kobe is, right? Because there could be. So on Google, basically Kobe, his full name is Kobe Bean Bryant. His nickname is called Black Mamba. He's an American professional basketball player for the Los Angeles Lakers of the National Basketball Association. He entered the NBA directly from high school and has played for the Lakers his entire career, winning 5 NBA championships. He was born in August 23rd, 1978 in Philly, and he died January 26, 2020 in Calabasas, California. He has children who are Gianna Maria Onare Bryant, who passed with him. There's Natalie, there's Bianca, and Capri Kobe Bryant. His number was 24 for the LA Lakers. His spouse at the time from 2001 to 2020 is Vanessa Bryant. Kobe was 6 feet 6 inches. And Gianni, when she passed with her dad, Gianni Maria, she was, I think, 13 years old at the time. All right. So let's get into it. I call in Kobe Bean Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant. And so I have my cards. I have 2 decks I'm going to utilize. And whatever pops, I'm going to put them down like I always do. And go for it. So I want to ask a question of what happened, take us through what happened that morning in Calabasas, or that day of Calabasas, and getting into your helicopter. He's saying things were unexpected, like a lot of things were unexpected, and a lot of like lag time. I think this was coming back, if I'm not mistaken. They were returning at the time from practice. He and his team, his staff members. Okay, so was it necessary or normal for everyone to fly in the helicopter? He said it made it a lot quicker and easier. We all get there, no traffic, and to return. So his intention with the helicopter was to speed things up for him and his team. Okay. And, okay. So, take me through what happened. So, as I was going through, he brought out the Sun card. Sun card it's almost like taking me into a spacing of his childlike energy, playful energy, um, and of who he was with his kids. Um, and then the Knight of Swords comes up. Um, but it looks like he was very focused. Like he made clear cut decisions, like really straightforward, clear cut decisions. So that day, he brought me the death card. He knew a change was happening. He knew something was about to take place, like major. Like he felt like an uneasiness, and the uneasiness was coming from also the person driving the helicopter or flying the helicopter. He was like, there was something off, like something really off that day, that he found out other information. It was just like things being revealed at the same time in this particular space of time. If I'm not making sense, I'm sorry. I'm just relaying out. In this space of time, it kind of like set him off guard. So like we have the Seven of Wands. Look how that scuba diver looks, like kind of shocked, kind of like all this info coming into him, and he's really standoff, like it's all happening at once. And then all of a sudden the helicopter wasn't working. He said it doesn't make any sense because the helicopter was fine. There was nothing wrong. It's one thing because he's like, my child flies on the helicopter, so I always make sure everything is fine, everything's up to par, everything's working, because I am very, very aware that it wasn't only my life in that helicopter, but I also have my team. They bring their kids sometime in the helicopter. Is it up to standard of how many people? He was like, yes. Very matter of fact, I planned everything out. No one was more than a certain weight, or not a lot of not overboard of a lot of people. It was to the T of how we do this, and we did this constantly. So this was not something like out of the spur of the moment, or he didn't check. He's like, I really, really check everything when it comes to even my vehicles, what I drive. I really, really check everything. Okay. So he's like, it was a lot going on in this short space of time. Like things were being revealed to me, things were being confessed, things were being shown. Like it was like, wait, what? It was like this complete overhaul of a shift. And he said, I felt kind of like it was like a lot. And he was like, I felt like, well, let me take a back seat on this. But then everything is rushing because everyone else had to go, whatever, even though it's on my lead, but there's these things that need to be done. So he said, it's almost like I'm caught in a 22. Like wait, let me think on this. Let me really take this in properly. But he was just like, okay, when I get back to the house, I will go over everything of all this is going to happen. But it was like this feeling of, I'm not going to get back to the house. He was like, I'm so close but yet so far. He's like, does that make so close yet so far? So he's like, so the other card that came out was the Two of Pentacles reverse. So usually you're making a decision, but it's like I couldn't make a decision. I couldn't decide. Like I was just saying, like, and I have to. It was just like this stalling going on, a decision, um, doing something, at that moment. And it was almost like maybe another offer came in, like, hey, Kobe, I'll drive you to da da da, but the helicopter was already there. And so it was a small window of, it's almost like deciding. And he was like, it's just weird. It was just like, it happening so fast, yet so slow. And he's like, it's confusing. He's like, Eight of Swords. He was like, I felt confused, but I know I'm not. He was like, I'm not confused to the point where I just can't do anything. It's like, it's almost like I felt kind of like trapped or pinned, but I know I can get out of this. But that's the way he felt, like I couldn't decide. I felt really bounded, even though I'm not bounded. So what I'm getting is like an energy, like he felt something else was taking over, something else was involved, something else was happening. Okay, so take me through like what happened after you decide. You said you're gonna go into the helicopter. He was like, yeah, and he's like, I had this feeling like, and I'm feeling it. I had this feeling like, don't go into the helicopter. And he's like, I had this feeling, like this weird, unsettling feeling. And he was like, I'm looking at the helicopter pilot and unsettling, like as if he's going to do something. I'm like, what you mean? So I'm going to go into this here. Like, it was like, like, it doesn't make sense, but it does. Look at this. Death card comes again, but reverse. Resistance to change, fear changing, holding, stagnation. So something was happening during that time, right? Like at that moment, like a resistance for this thing to happen. Like he felt like he should have like fought a little harder and say, nah man, ain't doing this, not going today. No, not going. He's like, but this has been tried on me before, but it didn't work. It didn't get into the news or anything, he says, but it's almost like I've been tried on this before of someone trying to take my life. Okay, so look at all these cards. What? Okay, all these cards are coming. Like, we have the King of Wands reverse, and we also have the Ten of Wands reverse. So, oh wow. So he's like, it's almost like this unpredictable high expectation. So I think he's like, I have these high expectations. I gotta get this. Everything has to be in line. But he said that moment is almost like it's so impulsive. Like it was just weird. It was off. And I felt like very stressed, burnt out, and like I've been carrying a lot on my shoulders. I've been carrying a lot mentally. So all these things that were happening, all this information that was coming to me at once, he's like, but I'm looking. So he's showing me, like, he's looking directly into the eyes of the pilot. It's almost like the pilot, I'm gonna get clarification on this. I think the pilot did a deal. Watch me on this. So, okay, I think the pilot did a deal, y'all. I think the pilot did a deal, and someone got paid off. There was a deal. He's shaking his head like, yeah. He's like, this was tried before, but not like this. And taking all these other lives at the same time. Like, they got more than they should have, more beings than they should have. So, okay, so the Five of Wands comes. You know, this is about disagreement, debate, rivalry, someone competing. So this looks like this was in business, and what I hear is Black Mamba team. He was going to do some really big things as well. There's some other court cases or papers he's showing, of other things that he was revealing or was going to reveal. And some of these other big wigs did not want certain things or him to be in certain positions. Okay. And it was like competing all over again. Like I'm competing on the court, I'm competing in business with these people. It was like I'm competing, but I had no idea they were gonna compete this so savagely and involve my child. It's like that's the one part. Like taking me, not a problem. Taking me, wow. It's just a lot coming out. Okay, so the 10 of Swords pops out, reverse, right? And it says, he was like, this was like an inevitable end. Like it was this time it was going to happen. And he's like, I learned a lot through this so far. I learned a lot. And so a lot of reflection he has done as well since crossing. Okay, so was the helicopter pilot involved in this? Do you think he did this on purpose? He was like, yeah, literally. Yes. So I got the Emperor reverse, which is controlling, domineering. Like his hands was at the wheel, literally. Basically is what he's showing me. Stubborn, reckless type of person. And not thinking about others at all. Whatever this deal was this person was going to sacrifice their life to set this helicopter down. And it's almost like I can see, what I'm seeing is like Kobe's also reaching forward to grab the wheel, if that makes sense. It's almost like what I'm seeing. Like there was other negotiations on the table. Look at this. The World card upside down, or reverse. There's like no closure on this. Like no closure. There's no proper closure because what they try to hush is incomplete. It's not finished. There are people that need to be accountable for. He was like, I didn't get justice. I did not get the right justice because he's saying this was like a murder. This was like a murder. And so he was like, I was saying like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? So he's saying that to me right now, like showing me he's reaching out. It's like the guy is taking the helicopter. He's like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And everyone is screaming now in the helicopter, very scared, panicking. He's holding his daughter, tight and talking to her like, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be painless. You're not gonna feel anything. It's gonna be fine. Like really trying to reassure her, like everything's gonna be fine. Cause guy is like a man. It's almost like something came through onto like yes, okay. So he was like, it's like something mounted onto this pilot and just took that plane down on purpose. He's like, I know other people are thinking something like a automatic thing to go. He's like, no, it's almost like a switch happened in that pilot. And the thing is, I was feeling it, I could see it, and something mounted onto that pilot where he just didn't think about nobody else, no one else's life. And it's almost like a payoff, like something was sent. And he's like, I was been followed for a very long time and things have come my way, but this was the lowest, and they're trying to use my energy, but the thing is they're not going to be able to use my energy like they did for seeing what they can get from the funeral. It's like they're not able to do anything. I have risen from this very, very big. It's like Gianni is his. Okay, so where is Gianni? So what's going on now? Where is Gianni and where are you? Where is Gianni and where are you? Oh wow. So he shows me the King of Swords. So King of Swords, so thinking things through all perspectives. So basically he has become a higher leader and led her towards her direction, and you know, she's in a more happier place and has expanded is what I'm seeing as well. And on her next journey, like he was like, it's like when we got out, it's like she already knew that was part of her blueprint, her assignment, that it was her and her dad, and that they're from the same star seed, but whatever she came to do was for that moment, and she understood. It's almost like this quick understanding of everything from her, and he's like, I learned that from her. And which, you know, here again, the sun card, this joy, this happiness, this type of happy energy, celebrative energy, like a rebirth. Ooh, she may be coming back. Is that what it is? At a different time. I'm like, all right, in a different way, if she still wants to. She's exploring other places. Okay. And where are you? What's going on with you? And so what pops out is the Six of Cups reverse. He's going through that part of living in the past and dealing with forgiveness, and trying to move forward right now. Like he's like, I didn't want to leave until I took care of things here. I don't want to leave. So you're still here. Hey, you guys, I'm going to come back with a part 2. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we are back. So I got the Tower reversed. So we're asking, you know, how's he doing? What's going on with him? So he's going through the process of forgiveness, like, and having to learning to be moving forward, and also going through his own personal transformation. And you know, he has a fear of transitioning, or a fear of the change, you know, that may happen. So, but he said he wanted more of justice, or really figure out like who was behind all this. And because he said it was just the weirdest day, like he knew something was going to happen. He's like, they tried my life before a few times. And you know, I want to go, this is him talking. He's like, I wanted to go independent fully. I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to set something, and even more with the skills and knowledge I have of basketball. And I love that game. I love playing that game. I played it my whole life. I didn't get tired of that. That was literally my passion. And, you know, and spreading it to kids, especially girls, and in seeing that I can do that, and even to make it even bigger and make it where his own league, and his just he had all these ideas and plans, it looks like. And because I wouldn't play their game their way. So, okay, so what do you mean by that? Like, didn't play the game your way. Wow. He's like, because I didn't play their way, I didn't get support. There was a lot of conflict. There was a breakdown in communication. There was a lot of conflict at home. He was like, I was getting it from work and home. You know, not everything is what it seems. He's like, even with family, it wasn't even. He's like, a lot of times I felt like a loner. Like a lot of times I felt like a loner. And so the Chariot card pops out. And so, but right now he's moving forward, like really quickly progressing. He's taking action, and a new willpower within him to expand. So it's just having to learn on the other side, and moving, and getting this completion of that was my life for that moment, that time and space. And I am now ready to move forward to the next part of my journey. And he's like, I'm very, very happy that I had a chance to do something like this that time around. And yes, it's sad how it ended, but he's like, I'm not dwelling on it. I've moved past it. And but I wanted to clear, like, there are people that need to be accounted for, because this was not like a simple accident. This was planned. So I have the King of Pentacles while I was talking that. So it's seriously somebody with a lot of money that was in charge, that's in a very powerful position, very authoritarian leadership type of position, who was involved in this. Again, look at this. A Hierophant comes next. And this person is a part of a society or institution, or you know, a trust, something a very high level league of people. And he says, so this is the 10 of wands reversed, and he was like, I felt burnt out and I did not support that anymore and wanted to really do my own thing. And there was a lot of things that I was seeing that I wanted to deal with as well. So he was like, so he's showing me the 10 of Pentacles reverse. There was a lot of friction and discord and arguments happening, lack of stability going on when it came to the finance part of certain things. His wife at the time not happy. I don't know if they were in an argument before he left to go to his office, or his meetings that he does in practice. But he's like, there's always an argument and there's always something, and it's never satisfying. It's always an argument about something or so. As he said, he's like, I'm a man, I take care of things, and I will do that as always. But I also felt very alone in the spacing of it. I felt very alone and misunderstood a lot, and other points of that I was just not happy. So I buried myself in my work. And he's like, some of the people that were around him were not good, and he knew that. A lot of ego. So he showed me the 6 of Wands reverse. A lot of ego, trying to discredit him. There was some of that, of trying to discredit him publicly and privately as well. And okay, so did the pilot, let's just clarify, I just want to clarify this. So was the pilot really the main one involved in taking down the helicopter? Yes or no? Ooh, everything's trying to come out, guys. Let me shuffle one more time. So is the pilot really involved in this as well? Just show me with just to clarify. Okay. Yep. He was like the pilot, but also there's others behind it. So look at that, the magician. So obviously there were others who know how to deal with magic, creating, manifesting, had certain amount of power and skill in the arts. And then he shows me the 5 of Swords. Yes, a lot of conflict, backstabbing, it looked like bullying, just very abusive. We had disagreements that day. Yeah, he's saying yes. Emotional immaturity. This person was irresponsible. This is the Page of Cups reverse. He was irresponsible. Did not think for anybody else or cared for anybody else. Wow. It's just a lot, guys. I'm like looking at this like, this is a lot. This is like a lot of info, and I didn't know what to expect, because sometimes, you know, they may come, sometimes they may not, but this is showing me yeah, so at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Swords, confession, you know, getting caught up, being malicious. Wow. Is there anything else you want to add, or is there anything else that you want me to look at before we close this out? I am so sorry. Like, you know what's interesting, guys, is that the month prior or so, like anytime someone big is going to die, I get an inclination, like maybe a month or two prior. So a month or two prior, I was heavily watching Kobe Bryant back to back on almost every video, from his oldest videos to the newest videos, and I was like, he's about to go. Like, it's soon. He's about to go, and I could feel it. I was feeling tremors and everything. It felt the same way with Juice WRLD when he was about to go, and then when he went, I was just up in this massive type of way of watching every single video I could find on Juice WRLD, and then he died, right? So I've noticed, like, anytime like a celeb, major energy that's out there is about to go, I pick it up and I'm up. I don't know what it is. I have to see every video, every single thing. I have to find articles, and it's just more and more and more, and I'm like, yeah, he's about to transition soon. And that's what happened with Kobe. You know, I saw it before, and then the next month and a half he goes tragically. Like, it's embedded in people how tragic that was. And yeah, the way it was set up, you know that this was set up, and the involvement and whatever they paid this person, how much for his family, take care of his family, take care of whoever that was important to them, you know, to sacrifice their life to do that. Like, I don't know how people do these things, but they do. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it here. I didn't get anything else. Thank you so much, Kobe, and your ancestors and your team for coming. I wish you a beautiful journey wherever you're going. And that, thank you so much for sharing your info, giving us some insight on that day, and leading up to that day, and also what happened after, you know, you transitioned. And so I thank you. If there's any more, oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. So you're licensed to leave in this now moment. I will allow them to release and go, my guides, that they're able to go. And seal back the circle. So you guys, I want to say thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you better insight, better understanding of what happened that day, because it's kind of unsolved. You know, there's other people, they're going to write it off like it's just a tragic. There was nothing wrong with the plane. Nothing wrong at all. This was just all planned out as per usual and hidden in plain sight. So, I want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you for the suggestion Kobe Bean Bryant. This was awesome. And I wish you a beautiful evening, beautiful night. And I will see you in another celebrity, Into the Minute Celebrity Edition. Into the Minute Celebrity Edition. All right? Make sure you're following, subscribe. Click the link above and below. Get onto my email list and go get the book, or book a reading with me. You can also do that. I'll leave my website down below, thenajmahal.com, and book a tarot reading with me. Into the tarot reading, I would love to read for you. All right, love you. Bye, guys.